welcome. It seems like when you hit FanFest, it's the official start to the 2020 season. If the season were to start today, how would you assess this club?
Very talented. Obviously, there's a lot of excitement here at the ballpark. Just seeing the players today and over the winter, there's a lot of excitement. You look at 1 through 35, it's a lot of, the same guys we've had, and I know I've talked about turnover, but there's, to unleash talent or let go of talent just to do it for the sake of doing it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And obviously, when you're talking about potential trades, it's got to work both ways. And free agents that we courted, it didn't work out, and we talked about that obviously throughout the winter. But to your question, where we're at right now, it's a very talented group and a very focused team.
You guys have added a couple of arms in Jimmy Nelson and Blake Trinan. What is the focus right now as we have about 3 weeks before we head to spring training? Obviously, still looking to make some moves?
Yeah, I think that, in talking to the front office pretty much daily, we're always trying to look to get better. But as far as Trinan, obviously, a couple years ago, he was really lights out, one of the best relievers in the game. And right now, just kind of talking to him and looking through some things with his delivery and kind of pitch mechanics, I think that there's some things we can clean up. But Blake's excited to be here. He's going to impact us late in games. And as far as Jimmy Nelson, he's a guy that's coming off injury, but a couple years ago we really liked him, had eyes on him, and so he's here. And from what I understand from the training staff, he's healthy, and I think he can impact us, whether it be a starter or some type of other role.
Alex Wood is an old face that is new again. Why did that make sense to have him back?
Yeah, Woody's a guy that understands, what we're about, loves being a Dodger, and came off some injury last year, finished season healthy, and talking to the training staff again, he's healthy, he's raring to go, he knows what it's like to pitch in Los Angeles in a big market, and this guy couldn't be more excited to be back with the Dodgers.
Again, Alex Wood has been a starter for you. He's also been in the bullpen for this club before. What do you anticipate from him? Do you see him as part of your starting rotation, considering this year, perhaps more than recent years, the depth isn't necessarily there?
Yeah, I think that's, if you look at the roster and what Alex has done in the past and what he's capable of, I see no reason why we wouldn't think of him as a starter, certainly.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks a lot.
Dave, how angry are you?
About what, Bill?
About the sign stealing scandal.
Yeah, I think that, first off, I think that what went down as far as, what the commissioner decided to do as far as penalty, we completely support it. But as far as kind of the direct impact, of 17 of the World Series, it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. I think that, this could be a conversation I can go on for quite some time, but I think, my demeanor, it's really frustrating. You look at what could have happened, and I can't go too much into it, Plax, but, speaking for the players, the fans, and, it was quite a season. What could have been different? But really, for me, it kind of goes out to, some of the unfair criticism that guys like Clayton took, you and Kenley, and I guess frustrating is probably the floor, but of my emotions. But that's kind of where I'm at.
Dave, Dallas Keuchel apologized yesterday. Does that matter?
Yeah, I do. I think that I think it's important. I think that no one expects perfection from people, but when you do something that is not legal and proven as such, for Dallas to come forward and apologize, I think that certainly shows a lot of character and respect from us.
Would you like to see the organization as a whole, the Astros, show more remorse?
You know what? I don't think that that's my kind of decision to make. They're going to do what they're going to do. I know that what happened affected the Dodger players, coaches, fans directly. But as far as how they go about responding or going forward, they're going to do what they're going to do. And right now, obviously there's some things that we got to kind of discuss, and that's just part of it. But we're really looking forward to spring training in 2020.
A lot of your fans, Dave, say, well, like you said, they were found to have cheated by Major League Baseball. They did win the title. At the very least, they should have to vacate that title. Do you agree, and why or why not?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, the commissioner, his job is to do what's in the best interest of baseball. And obviously, wearing this uniform and being a fan of the Dodgers and managing the Dodgers, we're very sensitive to it, obviously. So I think that we have a certain biased viewpoint, which I think is respectable and expected. But again, what the commissioner does for baseball and the best interest of baseball, we support.
So your certain biased viewpoint is they should give it up?
That's not, my opinion really doesn't matter, to be quite honest.
Okay.
Dave, how's this affecting your friendship with AJ?
I think that, we've been friends for a long time. And I don't think it's personal. And so, what's going on with his, what's happened, his wife and his 2 girls have been affected. So I don't think it really affects our relationship personally. I haven't been in touch with him. Obviously, there's a lot of things that have been going on. But this is a professional thing that happened, and we all need to be held accountable for it.
Do you think the punishment was sufficient, specifically the players?
That's where, with the commissioner, he's doing what he feels is the best thing for baseball. And when he hands down those punishments, we support it. And again, Jorge, it really doesn't matter what I feel. My job is to get these guys ready for 2020. You guys are doing your job, and obviously there's got to be some kind of rehashing and talk about it. I respect that. But as far as the commissioner and what was kind of handed down, we 100% supported. Yeah.
Have you talked to the players about it, Dave?
I have talked to the players, and I think that, they've kind of shared their frustration. But I will say that I'm very proud of the fact that our guys, our entire organization, have really handled this. And I think that our frustration is apparent. But I think as far as being professional and how we've let the process run its course. But internally, yeah, guys are frustrated. They're competitive, and they should be. But I don't expect anything of the past to affect us going forward.
How often have you found yourself looking back to that series and what could have been, even though it's probably impossible?
I think we've all been sort of guilty of that, but it's a rabbit hole that really isn't going to change the past. So yeah, when you look at baseball and you look at big pitches that could have flipped counts or at bats or the game or the series, yeah, I mean, we're all human. So, but as far as kind of really trying to go so micro and really kind of pick it apart, I haven't done that. I don't want to do that to myself.
All right, guys, any more questions about 2020? Doc's got other activities he needs to get to today.
One last question about that. The whole scope of this.
Bill, any 2020 questions, guys?
Just the last one. Is it enormous, the number of people's lives affected by this?
Well, I think that what I do think is it just shows the interest, the love for the game of baseball. And I think that something like this, it's a big deal, and we're we understand that, but I think the fans, the outpouring, the opinions, I think it just shows how many people love the Dodgers and love Major League Baseball.
Are you confident?
Thanks, guys. Unless this is a 2020 question, we got.
Are you confident that you're going to get your arbitration players signed?
Yeah, I'm sure I'm hopeful. That's fortunately not my jurisdiction, but I know that it's a part of the business. But I'm expecting we get things done.
All right, thanks a lot, Dave.